Hey y'all, Jack Squad. Happy Tuesday. I'm just a few minutes early just because I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready, 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 ready. Uh, yes I am. Mm-hmm. So let's see, I gotta figure this out. Yeah. All right. Cause I'm ready. Okay. What y'all got going on today? We got to talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. Y'all get on up in here so we can talk about it. My cheeks look exceptionally fat today. These your cheeks. These are cheeks. Yeah. Yeah. My cheeks look big today. Anyway. Hey y'all, come on up in here, two people. What's happening? Say hi to me so I know y'all here. And I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. You know, I got two cameras over here. I feel like I'm talking to myself. And then I get to looking at myself and critiquing myself and all that. And all that, right? That's what I do. You know. That's what I do. You got to make sure you're right for the world to see you. Hey, y'all. What's going on? We talking about, in light of the Wendy Williams documentary, I did not watch the other two parts. I don't plan on watching it. Um, in light of that, I want to discuss how being in a bad relationship or a toxic relationship, how it affects your health. I knew this years ago. I figured it out on my own that that's not cool, right? Hey, Lisa Marie. Hey, Classy Boots. I figured out for myself just by looking at life and watching people that bad relationships is bad for your health, right? And I have numerous accounts of people I know who, and it seems like it affects women more, maybe because we're more emotional. I have to dig into that later, but I think from what my experience is, it affects us more than it does men because men don't have the type of emotions we have. They can break up with you today and be with somebody else tomorrow, right? Meanwhile, we in the bed in the fetal position trying to figure out our life, right? So I want to talk about that. I want to discuss that, right? And y'all know I love me a good Google. Google will tell you everything you need to know, right? So I said let's see how I can incorporate that into my commentary today, right? Hey Kay. And so I found something, and I googled how does, because I already know this, but I want to speak from the professional standpoint, how they see it, how the physiology affects your body, right? And so it says 7 ways your body is showing you're in the wrong relationship, right? Now, before that, the connection between our mind and our body is strong. Sometimes physical symptoms can be a sign our emotional environment is toxic. Your emotional environment is toxic. Again, with Wendy Williams, that has me a little trouble, right? Would she have had lymphedema? Maybe. Would she have had Graves' disease? Maybe. Um, would she have gotten dementia? Maybe. But alcohol, that's alcohol related. But anyway, um, the physical signs can be show that our emotional environment is toxic, right? People in unhealthy relationships may experience pains, anxiety, and memory and speech problems. All of that from a bad relationship. This is why I say when something is wrong with you, loving on you can heal you. Might not heal you wholly, but it can heal you. Hey, Nick. So, like a lot of times when people are in the hospital and let's say they're in a coma or whatever they're in, they can't speak and they can't talk, but the doctor always tell you to talk to them, hold their hand and all that. All of that is important. All of that is important. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Nick. I thought I'd try something different today. Y'all see I put on my other old piece of hair, right? I like me old bob, because when I like to change my hair. Y'all know that, right? I like to change my hair. And as soon as I don't care how cute I think a wig is, at some point I get tired of it, right? I get tired of it for the point and I can't stand it. Like, ooh, why did you have that on? I know that sounds weird, but I get like that all of the time. See, when I get rich, I'm gonna just have me a stylist. You just flip me out every day. Just change me up every day. Because that's what I like. I like to change the look every day according to how I feel and how I feel I need to look. But anyway, So it says it's easy to dismiss your headache as a result of too much coffee or your anxiety as nervous butterflies, but your body could be telling you more than you realize about your environment and the people in it. I firmly believe that. I firmly believe that. You know, I'm not, I kind of hate to say it, but I had to remove myself from a situation, from people that I love, because I needed peace. I needed peace, right? And for me, y'all might not be able to tell, but for me, uh, I, I could tell when I was in high stress when I look back at those videos, as opposed to now where I could tell that I'm okay in here, right? So I think it's very important. Hey, Sparkle, you like to bob? Thank you. I want to just, bob around a little bit, right? Y'all know, I put my clothes on for the YouTube, I put the clothes on for the YouTube, right? But anyway, our bodies can sometimes show us what our subconscious has become aware of, but we're not yet consciously able to realize it, right? You know, I could always tell. I'm a people watcher, right? I could sit down somewhere and just watch people and create stories in my head. I do that, right? I could always tell when a couple is doing well or well enough. I can always tell. I can always tell when they're not. And they don't have to say nothing. I just watch them. I just watch their body language and just watch how they interact with each other. I just watch them. I'm a people watcher. I always have been. Always have been. One of my favorite things to do, see, my man, whoever he is, he got to understand this about me. One of my favorite things to do is sit down somewhere, watch people, and then make up stories about them. What I think is going on with him, right? And there was a guy, I know I told y'all about him, but it's bad. When I was first in Charlotte and before I left to go to Atlanta, I liked him. I was dating him. And we went to the park, and I was so excited because he went along with the program that I said, okay, what they about? Let's talk about them. What they about? What they about to do? I like that. I like to watch people and see what's going on with them, right? So I watch people very closely. And like I told y'all yesterday, I was a nurse, so I know how to look at people medically as well. So that's one of my pastimes. Now y'all know, right? Um, but uh, the toxic relationship can take on the body can take on the body is surprisingly powerful, right? It's essential to understand that emotional stress can manifest in physical symptoms, right? I'm telling y'all, when I was with my ex, the narcissist, um, and I couldn't explain. I don't know if I told you this. I was sick, but I couldn't explain what it was. And somebody said that was heartbreak. Like, I don't ever, ever, ever want to go through that again because there's no medicine for it. What do they give you for that? What do you get for that when your heart is broken? Right? I felt like I wanted to go to the doctor, but what I'm going to say was wrong with me? What they going to give me? What they going to do for me? Right? I probably just needed a hug, but I know from past experience that that's not cool. It's vital to listen to our bodies and recognize when something is not right. But so when I've been hearing people throw this around, trauma bonding, right? And what I thought it was is that me and you done went through the same thing, so that's how we bond. That's what I thought it was, right? And it could still be, right? But it says people often stay with abusive partners because of something called trauma bonding. This is essentially when the abuser sends the partner on a roller coaster with punishment and then intermittent reinforcement of kindness when they behave. Now, that's, hey, Denise, that is narcissistic behavior as well, right? They will treat you nice and then drop the bomb on you, drop the hammer on you. Like, wait, where'd that come from, right? So that's trauma bonding. I didn't know that. This means the body is going through its own turmoil with high levels of stress hormones, adrenaline, and cortisol paired with dopamine when given affection as a reward. So chemically your body is going through something when you have those highs and lows like that, when you got all those stressors. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. When you have that combination of a chemical rush in the body is going to react to it. So let me say this again, y'all. So it's high levels of stress hormones, adrenaline, and cortisol. That's the high when you stress it. And then the dopamine brings you down. That's the reward. Wow. So your body going through all that inner turmoil, up and down, up and down. See, listen, this is why I figured out for myself when I was with my narcissist that it's better off I don't say anything to him, not knowing that it was affecting my body, but I know I didn't like to be angry and upset. I don't like to be angry or upset. Hey, Tiffany, happy Tuesday to you as well. The high moments feel really good, but when those downward spirals start, the gaslighting or the silent treatment, the body can go into a crash. So what we see with Wendy is that her body crashed. Her body crashed. I just firmly believe that. Her body crashed, right? And it's that up and down that wears on survivors. You know, for her to have been in the home, self-medicating, right? She wanted her husband. I'm a woman. I'm going to speak as a woman, right? Everybody, y'all can act like y'all ain't never did this before if you want to. So you with somebody. You know they ain't right for you. You know this. But you thinking about the good when it felt all so good. You thinking about that. You don't want to let that go, right? But you know they're not treating you right at all. At all. But you waiting for the good time to come. Because it's in them. It's in them. I've seen it. I know they can treat me right. I know it's going to be good, right? But you stay because you wanna get that recycled feeling of he's a good guy. He makes me feel good. I love him, right? But at some point, you got to love you more than you love him. And I feel like this today. Hence the reason why I've been single 7 years is because if you're not making me feel good, yes, life happens. But if you're not making me feel good, because I'm gonna do my best to make you feel good and be happy and pleasant all the time, best as I can be, right? So if you're not doing that and you're intentionally fucking with me, I gotta leave you alone. QN, I believe Wendy had what they said back in the day, a nervous breakdown. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely that's what happened. And never recovered, never got the help. And she kept drinking and doing whatever else she was doing. Yes, she did. I agree. Wendy was hurt by Kevin leaving her and having a baby, especially when lost 2 of her own. Yes, that is inner turmoil, right? And you know, as women, we try to figure out what if I could only do this better. Now I'm telling you, I don't. You know, I'm admitting all the things, right? Um, you know, if I can only do this, if I can only do that, if I only, you know, I used to watch this stuff on Lifetime movies, be like, shit, they crazy, shit, fuck that, right? Then until it became me, until I became that, right? If I could only do this, if I could only do this, and after a while, and it took some years, it was like, shit, fuck him. I'm the shit, right? It's him. He got the problem. But if you don't ever get to that point, baby, I just believe it can make you sick. You know, I know people that, you know, I know from home who I've known like all my life. And, you know, when I was young, I'd be like, ooh, they've been together 20 years. Ooh, they've been together 10, you know, and they've been together as teenagers. They've been together a long time now, right? And there's a couple that I know, and he looked bad and she looked bad, right? And the first time I seen her, I hadn't seen her in a while. I almost didn't recognize her. They had been together since teenagers, right? When I was in my first toxic relationship with my son's father. He was doing stuff to her then. And surprisingly, when I saw them, you know, I chat with her because she was my friend. I knew him, but she was my friend, right? And we chatted and chatted. And I probably told you this story before. When we get on, I hope she ain't watching, but it's the truth. When we got on the train, we call it the Rapid at home. We got on the Rapid. They argued so loud and so crazily. Now remember, these people have been together about 40 years. I had secondhand embarrassment. Didn't nobody know I knew them, but I was embarrassed. Y'all been together 40 years and y'all arguing and clowning like this in public on the train. People going to work. Work folks out here. Y'all don't show out like that in public. But like I said, the first time I seen her prior to that, I didn't recognize her. When she said my name, I had to focus and, you know, focus to see who she was because I did not recognize her. And I knew right then it's because of him that she looked like that, right? The loss of her husband, family, and death of her mom was, yes. The brain had no time to heal from what was, there you go. There you go. Let me read that again. The loss of her husband, family, money, and unalignment of her mom was too many traumatic events at one time. The brain had no time to heal from what was essentially injuries. Absolutely correct. Hey, nephew. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Nephew, we talking about how being in a bad relationship, a toxic relationship, make you unhealthy. In light of the Wendy Williams, like I said, I'm not watching the other parts. You guys tell me about it. I don't need to see anymore. Um, I don't need to see anymore. You know, I'm to be honest with y'all, I'm a little two ways about showing her like that. I come from an era. See now, social media, everybody got to see everything. But I come from an era. I remember back in the day, especially when I was a kid, when somebody got sick, people didn't see them. Only the close inner circle people saw them. You know, you did not see people when they were sick. Nobody wants to be seen when they're in that state, but somebody that's close to them and love them, right? You know, now people in the hospital, they ain't laying in the bed taking pictures. They about to go into surgery. I'm about to die. You know, like that I think is crazy to me. And I've told my kids, don't ever show me without my wig on, without my lips on. Don't in that hospital bed. I've seen so many people with pictures of that hospital gown, that universal hospital gown with tubes and carrying on, laying in the bed. Unless we about to have some corporate prayer, don't show them. Don't show that. I'm so tired of seeing that, right? But we live in a social media society. So whoever thought that was cool, and I understand that her family wants to shed light on it. I get it. I just don't think that that was a good look to show her like that. I just don't. And I don't want to keep seeing it. You know, when I look back at the pictures of Winnie was a beautiful woman, right? I don't like to see that, you know, and I just don't think we should see people when they're ill. I just don't. Even if it is to prove a point or whatever. Because we, the people, can't do anything about her condition. Maybe that could be shown to the courts, to the judge, to the this person and that person, but we did not need to see that. Not really. We didn't need to see that. Her therapy was the bottle. She does not have friends. That is true. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Friends would have been a good outlet, and a real friend would have referred her to a therapist. Everything was much more private. I miss those days. I also think the drug alcohol abuse at her age helped to further speed up the impairment in her brain, Barry said. Absolutely, because the dementia is alcohol related. The dementia is alcohol related. But what I think happened, which I've seen a lot of times, you get with somebody, Kevin, the husband. I don't know this for sure. This is just alleged, just my life lessons. He's in control of her. But besides being in control of her, he was controlling her. I think only thing Wendy was in control of was her show. When she come out and talk and present to the world, right? Everything else, he controlled. He controlled, right? And I know a story about this. He made sure that she had that liquor that she was drinking, right? He knew that she was up in that room drinking all day and all night. He knew that, right? He probably early on separated her from her friends. Now, the one girl that was on the documentary, I also saw somebody, Good Morning America, no, not Good Morning America, somebody interviewed her, right? Some news person interviewed her. And she said that she was not always able to get access to Wendy, right? I don't know who's in charge of that, but a lot of times when you're in these kind of controlling environments and relationships, your friends are the first to go. So if you, and your family. So if you are in a relationship and you find that your friends are not there and they're gone, if you ever had any, or you're not allowed to do this, or they keep you so busy doing this and that, next thing you know, you don't have any friends. And the reason why her and that girl is friends because they're childhood friends, right? They're childhood friends. But I don't believe Wendy, and then we got to think now, Wendy may not have been the nicest because her and Nene tried to be friends, and Wendy thought she was above Nene. She couldn't be friends with a reality star. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? So I'm not blaming it all on him. She had a part to play in this. Right? But you need friends. Every woman needs girlfriends. Every woman needs girlfriends. Wendy only had an issue with Kevin's dalliances when Shauna got pregnant. She had to let him go then, and that crushed her. She loved that man more than she did. She did. She loved him more than she loved herself. She did. I'm with you. That helped me get off Facebook. I'm scrolling my timeline, then all of a sudden I'm seeing someone post a person in the hospital taking their last breath. Ooh, in that casket. Ooh, child. That used to piss me off. Was Wendy's husband younger than her? I don't think he was younger than her. He might have been around about the same age as her. Like when they brought Jimmy Carter to his wife's funeral, it was terrible looking. They never should have done that. We did not see him I didn't see it. Was it bad? I don't remember that. I just think certain things we should not see. And the integrity of a person should remain what we knew of them before they got ill. That's just what I think. I was raised like that. Like, you don't, I remember a time, no matter who was sick, if they didn't approve you coming in there to see them, you couldn't see them. Now anybody can go in the hospital. Come on in, as long as you leave by 8 o'clock. And then everybody got their phone out showing all this. Like, you should be healing and praying. I'm not getting ready to get my phone. I'm on the bed. I'm on the hospital bed, and I'm gonna take a picture and tell y'all. I see that so much. I see that so much, especially on Facebook, because Facebook is usually where all the people you actually know are, right? I see that so much, and it is sickening to me. Um, I don't want to see that. I want to see, because like I said, I did a little piece on Wendy, but I went and found a beautiful picture. I don't want that. It's exploitative at this point, to me. To me, it's so sad. Anything for clicks and views and the next viral moment. That is true, Nick. That is true. I'm tired of looking at that stuff, y'all. I really am. Now, listen to this. This is what the therapist said. When you look at before and after pictures, what I just told y'all, this is how I know. This is how I know what I know regarding myself, right? People go from having dark circles under their eyes and withdrawn facial features to having a vibrancy again. Let me tell y'all something. I see the vibrancy in me when I saw the darkness. My eyes is dark anyway. I saw the dark around my eyes just before I left Atlanta, right? It was too much, and I had to remove myself. And I am very good at removing myself from toxic, fucked up situations. I don't care what. And later on, I'm going to tell y'all how toxic it was. Our environment really can poison us. Y'all hear that? Our environment really can poison us. Wow. Over time, bad relationships can encourage symptoms like inflammation, that lymphedema, body aches, and skin flare-ups. The skin can break out too. Skin and face will break out when shit is not right. No one outside of the immediate family saw my grandmother with gray hair, and when the public did get to see her, she looked as she always did to them. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Your grandmama from the old school. Don't nobody see you like that. Not the people out there. No, ma'am. Only the person caring for you. Only the people caring for you is going to see you like that. I think I was raised like that. You just don't do that. You just don't do that. While an all clear from a physician is usually good news, it's also distressing for the patient because they know their symptoms are real. There just isn't. Oh, I said this a few minutes ago. I've been knowing this for years. There just isn't a medical explanation. So when you're in a bad relationship, what you going to tell the people? What are you going to tell the people? I remember one time, y'all, I'm going to share a little something with y'all. It's going to be in my book, my second book. I had lost my nursing license. That's a whole big story. We ain't going to talk about it right now. And I believe I had a nervous breakdown. My body was going through things. And I closed myself off to people. Only one that was in the home with me was my youngest son. He was young. I closed myself off to people, didn't answer the phone and stuff like that. I was known for that. I'm known for that, right? And I had physical ailments that I could not describe. And I said, they don't need to go into the doctor because what I'm going to tell them? What do I tell them, right? Now, they probably knew I was having a nervous breakdown. But I truly believe I had a baby nervous breakdown, right? Because I had strived so hard to achieve something and it was snatched from me. And it fucked me up. I actually felt part of my spirit leaving my body in my last. I said to my, that was strong. Denise says, I actually felt part of my spirit leaving my body in my last relationship. I said to myself, never again. That's what I say. That's why I'm still single. I could have been with any old somebody to entertain myself. My attention span is short, first of all, on dudes. You got to really hold my attention. That's number one. But I don't want nobody just to say I have somebody because, just like Denise, I felt I was losing myself. And he was no near the extreme of these people that we've been talking about. But it was something, right? Hey, India, thank you. I put my old bob piece on, just to want to bob around a little bit, right? But, hey, Tiff, I just know that I believe that I had a nervous breakdown. And the only saving grace when I went through this period, and I'm not going to talk about it a lot because that's going to be in my book. The only saving grace was I kept thinking I have a son. I have to be here for my son because I really did not want to be here any longer, right? I said I was tired of struggling. I was tired of shit being taken from me. I was tired, right? And the only saving grace was I cannot leave my son. I cannot leave my son, right? Because the other two are grown. I cannot leave him. I had been left, and I could not see myself doing that to my son, right? But you have to, when you're going through things, so your mind is the strongest thing you have. I'm going to keep saying that because I believe in this. You have to outthink your mind, if that makes sense. You have to overpower the negative, evil, stupid ass thoughts that go on in your head, right? And the only way a lot of times to do that for me was with God, prayer, scripture, being around good folks, right? Same with my great grandmother. Her hair was jet black until the day she died at 99. I know that's right. I feel that too. When my husband had his midlife crisis, I went through major depression. We've overcome it, but I told him I never let someone make me feel that way again. Amen. Amen, Kay. Amen. You guys look happy. Amen. And the men go through those things. They go through those things. Your mindset. Yeah. You go, listen, I believe that my ex, when I met him, was going through the midlife crisis. Besides being a narcissist, he had a lot of things going on with him. He had a lot of things going on with him. Right? And I sucked right into it because he was such a good provider, and he dressed the way I want him to dress. He looked the way I want him to look. He fit the whole profile of what I wanted, right? And every woman wants a man that you don't have to say, give me this, got that. I got to wait. Everybody wants to just be everything to be the way it's supposed to be. Your mindset can either build you or destroy you. Everything is mental. It is. It is. It is. Everything is mental, right? And when I tell y'all, I've overcome, I've been crazy. And my friends, nobody didn't know that I was crazy, right? I've been mentally ill and nobody knew because I was in a constant battle with myself. There was a period after that when I'm telling y'all about that, I lost my nursing license, that I was in spiritual warfare, and I felt it because I believed that the devil was saying, okay, I got her now. She ain't doing this, she ain't doing that. I can make her come back to the other side. But what it did was make me go the right way. No more going backwards. No more doing shit I ain't got no business doing. We're going to move forward in the right way. Whatever that looks like, whatever sacrifices I have to take, that's what it's going to be. And that's what I did. Because I could have been shit. All the shit I know, all the shit I've been doing in my lifetime, I could have reverted back to that. Y'all wouldn't even know me now. I could have reverted back to that, right? And probably did quite well in the blackness, in the darkness. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't what I wanted. That ain't what I wanted, right? And when I look at Wendy, that's all I see. That is all I see. Her illnesses were exasperated by the bad, toxic ass relationship. And I don't like the fact that you had listen, he was so not unbothered and worried about Wendy knowing anything. His girlfriend lived down the damn street somewhere in the same neighborhood. He didn't even want to put forth no effort in driving 30, 40 miles away in secret. I don't like him. I don't like him. And I wonder now, in his heart of hearts, does he feel anything looking at her like that? Or is his heart just cold to it? Or is he used to it? That's what I want to know. Have to go meet my son for that. Okay, you too, Denise. A lazy cheater. That's it, Tiff. That's it. I couldn't think of the words. That's it. A lazy cheater. You ain't even have because I know dudes that cheat and had two families, but they go way yonder. Way to another city. They go way far to do their cheating. You just went on down the street somewhere. When he could have left that man and had another by now, or been thriving single. But see, this is the thing. This is the thing, y'all. She did not want to let go of that. It felt better, because I've been there, it felt better to keep him than to let him go. Because the thought of letting go and the feeling of him gone, because he was gone. He'd been gone. He was just helping her, he was just being her manager. He had been gone, right? It felt better to see him and to do little nice things or what she think was nice things. It felt better to keep him instead of going through the hurt and pain. I was watching somebody yesterday. And they said it, they explained it so eloquently. But you have to go through that pain to get to the other side. You can't be afraid of that pain that you're gonna feel when he ain't there. Because he ain't there. If he cheating, he ain't there no way. He not there in spirit. You might see him in passing, but he ain't there. He's not there. You gotta let it go. I'm telling you, that was the most awful feeling when my narcissistic ass ex would say, I don't want you no more, or disappear. And that's like I told y'all, that's when I realized I had abandonment issues. Never knew that in my life, right? This person came in my life and exposed to me all the all the issues that I had from childhood or whatever that I didn't think I had. He exposed them all within me, right? Because I didn't know I had no abandonment issues. So I just went on with life, right? Um, 10 years. Yeah. She could have been striving to single, but she didn't know he was managing her whole life. She was like he was like a puppeteer, right? Wendy turned on when she got on stage, when she got in front of the lights, camera, action. That's when she turned on. Other than that, she was off. So she appeared to be a strong woman. She appeared that, and she probably was, till he took all the strength up out of her. She took all the strength up out of her. She was a strong woman. She came up through the ranks on radio. People not liking her, and people being mad at her, and so on and so forth, right? You have to be strong. You have to have tough skin to deal with that. Her Achilles heel was him. That was her Achilles heel, was him, right? Because as women, especially, me and Wendy in the same age group, women, you were raised to think that you had to have this husband and a baby. That's what you're taught. You're raised to think that. Now, today, you ain't got to have no babies if you don't want to. That don't make you no less of a woman. I don't believe you're missing out on shit. If you don't have one, you don't have one. There's a reason. And you don't. Yes, I believe in black love, but I believe in achieving your goals and whatever it is you want in life and your passions, pursuing your passions. Because a lot of times when you connect with someone, now y'all one, you might not be able to do the things that you wanted to do. And then you'll always have a resentment, right? So I believe in doing whatever makes you feel good. I don't believe in women raising young girls to think you go to college, get married, and have kids. And then let that nigga cheat like he want to cheat. I don't believe in that. Wendy was Risa Teesa, lack of self-esteem. Yeah, lack of self-esteem, yes. We all have been there. Unfortunately, can't let go. At this point, I love my husband, but if some crazy stuff happens, I'm scared. I'm not scared to be alone. See, I was scared to be alone for a minute until my daughter talked me back to life. Wendy knew, and he knew, it was because he had a baby. There was proof to her. That's what the baby, the baby is what does it. That's what does it in most relationships. They know you cheating. They hope you come back, even if you come home for a little while, spend the night sometime. It's because you feel like I'm the wife. I'm the wife, right? I'm the wife. Until that baby comes. Is what we've been taught. Yeah, that's what we've been taught. We've been taught that. And I think that's the antiquated way of thinking. Women are professionals. Listen, I ain't male bashing, and I believe you need a man. Like me, I need a man. Let me be clear. I need a man, and I want a man. Let me say that one more time. I need a man, and I want a man. I'm just not going to fool with any damn body. Right? I need a man. I ain't gonna never tell nobody I don't need no man. I'm a woman. I need a man for various reasons, and sex ain't got nothing to do with it. Other shit besides sex, that's important. But other stuff, I need a protector. I need a provider. Period. Right? I'm tired of fighting these motherfuckers by myself. He stripped that strip right out. He did. He did. That's what they do. Listen, I've been in relationships. When I was young, I was with my daughter's father. My sister told me, I didn't know it. I didn't pay no attention, right? She said that he was trying to control me. She said something else that woke me up, right? He would try to stop anything I was doing because I've always been aggressive. I've always been a go-getter. I've always been assertive. The person you see now, I've always been, right? And men don't like that. I didn't know that because I was too young to understand what men don't like. Shit, all I know is you like me, I like you, we together. I don't understand all the intricacies of men's thoughts, right? Hey, my girl in here. He said, she said, Tabitha, how you doing? So I didn't know. But he was controlling me, and when he couldn't control me, he would sabotage me. He was sabotaging me, right? And so I see how it's easy for a man to strip you of who you are. You have to be conscious of it. Uh, Complacent. A baby will keep a woman complacent. Yeah. Yeah. See, listen, y'all. When I think back now that I'm been single, I don't like it. It ain't like I'm advocating singleness because I'm not. God put you on this earth to be partnered up. First page of the Bible. Partnered up everybody. Dogs, cats, ants, and rats, right? Um, but life has what I want to say. Black culture, I don't know about white folks. Black culture has become so twisted, right? That it's hard to find an authentic person. It's hard to find an authentic person. That's my experience. You say you need a man and you want a man, but you don't require a man. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. But I'm telling you, I need one and I want one. I ain't never been one of the women. I don't need no man. I don't want no man. That's a damn lie. That's a lie, right? Because you're going out of the, you're going against the grain. That's the way God set it up. I ain't set it up. That's the way God set it up. Partnership. People have forgot about partnership. Somebody like, oh, I like her. She got a big booty. I like him. He got a big dick. He got a car. He got a this. He got a that. Okay, they got all that. How do we make it? How do we do this? How do we do that? That's the thing. How do we do this? A lot of times, especially I see it in men and women, but they get in a relationship with you and they want to be separate. That ain't how that shit go. We together, nigga. We a team. And that's the part I couldn't get with my ex. He did things for me and he did things, but he didn't go all the way. He didn't go all the way. When you're young, it's simply I like you. That's it. That's it. That's it. QM. That's good enough. Yep, that's it. That's it. Authenticity today is scarce. Very, very, very. And that's what boggles my mind. How do you be at your big age and you can't be real to yourself and real about who you is and what you want? Yeah, a lot of women is confusing. But see, for me, and I ain't even gonna speak this out here because my man coming, right? But the shit that I dealt with through the years, because I was raising kids and this and that and that and that. You had to come all the way proper with me. All the way proper, because I'm coming all the way proper with you. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be truthful. I'm going to be real. And when I realized men can't handle real. Y'all know how many conversations I have with dudes and I say some real shit. They don't ever say shit else to me again. Nigga, you want me to lie? I used to be that girl. I could lie and tell you a bunch of lies and trick you. I don't want to do that. Shauna is the true fool out of this situation. Now she got a baby and yes! Yes! She thought she was winning. You didn't care to hurt this woman. You didn't care. You thought you was being slick. With no income and no career and the cash cow gone. Cash cow gone. Yeah. Same as Martell and his sad piece, Coleslaw. You thought you was winning. You thought it was slick to call this woman and taunt her and tell her your man is over here and this and that and that. And then you're going to have a baby like it's a contest. Because that's what they do. It's a contest. I'm going to have as many as you got almost, right? Then the well run dry. You realize you got a stupido. He was the stupid one in the relationship. My fiance is the best guy ever. Even better than my first husband. Girl, you just got two. You done had two good ones. Amen. Praise the Lord. Amen. Praise the Lord, child. I ain't had the word. Listen, I don't know if I was picking wrong. For me, a lot of men that I had dealings with that thought I was gonna be with, they had habits. They had habits. You have to conquer those demons. You can't be in a relationship if you got demons. Just can't. Hopefully she won't sell her baby to the media. Yeah, stupidos. You done got with stupido. Right? Like, no. You know what I'm saying? And when I think back, right, I did a lot of things out of survival mode. I was in survival mode. And I had others to look out for. Like, I'm in survival mode now, but it is just me. When I eat everybody food, right? But when you got kids, you got to do a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? And anybody that tell you they ain't did it, that's a lie. Even if it's being with somebody you don't really want to be with. Even if it's marrying somebody you don't want to be with. You got to do that to see about your children. See what you're cheering, right? So yeah. You know, now let me see what else they say. Well, we already know this. It can also play into the abuse and gaslighting. If their partner is constantly telling them they're making things up for attention, and I'm sure that he was playing mind games with her in that house. I'm positive of that shit. 'Cause I know when he had that girlfriend down the street, he wasn't spending no nights with Wendy. He probably wasn't even having sex with Wendy. If guys will run when you keep it too real, speak your mind or simply try to disagree with a point of view. Listen, I talk to a lot of guys, y'all, on social media, guys I know. And as soon as I say the real, he don't fuck with me. I got a friend I've been knowing about 6, 7 years. When he get too real with me and him, and he's my friend, he liked me, and he probably still like me, but that's not gonna happen. He won't talk to me for months. You know what I'm saying? For months. Like, what do you want me to do? Tell you a lie? In a hidden toxic environment, I always correlate it to clear poison in water. Ooh, listen to this. You don't see it until you become sick. Let me repeat that. This is what the professionals say. In a hidden toxic environment, which a lot of us have been in or are in, I always correlate it to a clear poison in water. You don't see it till it can make you sick. God damn, that's profound. You don't see it till it make you sick. I think Wendy was fully aware of her shenanigans. That's why she got the PI. What's the PI? I've been there. Yeah, I've been there too. People in bad relationships often find they have trouble with certain foods when they used to be able to eat anything. Oh, wow. This is because of the stress. Let me read this. This is because of the stress and the cortisol and adrenaline being held within the body. Oh, wow. Oh, Wendy had got a private investigator. See, if she had some girlfriends, they could have went and fought. They could have handled that themselves. Get your girlfriends. Y'all go on some missions. Y'all ever been on some missions with your friends? Y'all ever been on some missions with your girlfriend? I done been on missions with my girlfriend. Not so much for me, because I'm a find out. I'm a find out. So I done been on missions with my girlfriends, right? You had to do some covert activity. Anxiety evolved in humans to help us with our fight or flight response. Hormones spike to help us either run from danger or face it head on. But there are downsides if these hormones have nowhere to go. Did not know that. That's the sick part. When your mind is on high alert, always watching what you say in case it starts an argument, it doesn't have much space for anything else, including memory and speech. Check this out. Let me repeat that. When you with somebody and you got to watch what you say, right? You don't have much space for your memory and speech. Damn. Wow. I had headaches in one relationship and stomach aches in another. Really? Missions, found out some good. Yeah, you got to go on your missions. That's a girl. That's a true mark of a girlfriend. If she go on a mission with you or you go on a mission with her, that's your girlfriend. That's your girlfriend. She go on some missions with you? Oh, yeah. That's your girlfriend, right? That is your girlfriend. So you ain't got no space. Because I was wondering how the memory went into it. So if your adrenaline and all that shit is always up in here pumping and going, you ain't got no space. You don't have a clear mind. This is wrong with Wendy. She don't have a clear mind. That's what, coupled with the alcohol. Because like I said, I'm going to keep saying, alcohol, too much alcohol will cause a dementia, right? So you got all that stress. Oh, my God. You got all that. Her brain about to explode. Her brain is about to explode, y'all. I've seen a lot of clients that have a very difficult time reading books or processing new information. Here we go. Or holding information or memories. That's why she can't remember stuff. That's why. Too much shit in her brain. Damn, Wendy. My parents were in a 23-year toxic relationship. I recognized it real quick in my first marriage of 7 years and got the heck out. Was not going to be in. We were better friends apart. You know what I think now? And I said I'm going to still talk about that in my members. So y'all get a membership because I'm going to talk real in my membership about, hold on, let me put it right here because I said it last week, but I didn't have a members. About those people that was in relationships 40, 50, 60, 70 years, all of them wasn't good. I'm a firm believer in that. And I'll tell y'all why in the members. I don't believe all that was good. You know why I don't believe all that was good? Because the way men act they've been shown that and handed down that. It didn't just start with these Negroes. Only difference was daddy, or pawpaw, whatever you want to call him. He was able to take care of two families. He was able. We'll go into that on Thursday. Alcohol definitely has a lot to do with issues. She let shit go too far and stay too long. Absolutely, that's what happens. Go too far and stay too long. I did that myself. Go too far and stay too long. Yep. Tomorrow my birthday, y'all. If y'all want to cash at me today, please do. I'm trying to get me a meal without going out the house. So if y'all want to cash at me, please do. Tomorrow's my birthday. We're going to have that 8,000 subs. And I'm going to turn another year, child. But yeah. That alcohol, I've seen up close what that alcoholism do in that bad partner. I've seen that up close. Up close. It's a sight to see. When they're in the middle of the abusive relationship, these functions are really hard. It's hard to function. It's hard to function when you're in the middle of a toxic relationship and all type of stuff is going on in your head. Thank you, Tabitha. It's hard to function because for me, I need to have clear head space so I can have good thoughts. Right. Another reason why I'm here, I needed to have clear thoughts. I know I cannot function in chaos in my head. I can't function. 23 toxic years of marriage, and that's why my mother suffers from anxiety today. Wow. Especially if you're in love. And she had to run back home to her mama. Yeah. The problem is, y'all, and I know this from experience, is that the person can be in a toxic relationship or have toxic backlash, that residue from a bad relationship, that residue. And if they have not resolved that, no matter how much you try to help, no matter how much you try to love on them, they have to understand that they need help. That's where the problem lies. They have to understand that they need help. There's somebody in my life that I want to help, and I've tried to help. It's to no avail, but the problem is they can't, that residue from that toxic relationship, they ain't dealt with. Not properly. She had to, it's hard when you're in love. Yeah, it is hard. It's hard but you have to sit down and think. Like I had talks with myself. Like, okay, Jackie, is this what you want for the rest of your life? You want to be like all the black women to stay in this relationship because he's paying the bills? You want to be that girl? Even though I wasn't controlled or nothing like that, but I was abused. They'd leave a marriage in a heartbeat once it stopped working for them. My parents didn't play about is their own unhappiness. They have 7 marriages between them, and their last current marriage is the most successful. They kept looking until they found the right one. I don't blame them. I'm with that. This is why I don't feel no shame. Let me tell y'all something. No, I wasn't married, but I was almost. A couple times. I don't have no shame about that either. I have 3 children by 3 different men, 3 different times in my life. I'm talking about big gaps. My kids are 7 years apart, each one of them, right? I'm trying to get it right. Now, this is, just talk about something. So now I'm 7 years single. Maybe he coming now. 7 is the number, right? Yeah, me either, Tabitha. Listen, I've learned this go round that you cannot waste my time. I am not going to waste no time with nobody. I'm just not. Not for any reason. I'm not wasting no time. I don't even want your money and I'm broke as shit. I don't want to be bothered with you and your foolishness and your toxicity. My 3rd marriage now, 13 years in gray. He fine too. Y'all got some fine husbands. The one I seen, India, T, Tabitha, y'all got some fine husbands. Where they brothers at? 7 is the number of completion. Is that right? I knew that. I forgot it. Child, what's on the horizon? He right over there waiting on me. Yeah, 7 years. And it's been 7 now. I've been telling people 5, but in actuality it's 7. And the reason why it's foggy and cloudy is because a few years after that, even till maybe a couple years ago, I was still accepting money from him. I would talk to him from time to time. Not like I'm in love and no shit like that. I was just really on some get back shit. Like, nigga, you owe this. I just tell him, nigga, this is in a divorce decree. You got to do what I need you to do from now on. is younger and not ready for a cookout. He not ready for the cookout. uh, yeah. 7 is the number of completion. I got to read up on it. I think I knew that. Now, this is what my thought is. So this is what the therapist says. You think everyone wants harmony and psychological abusers do not. That's the part I couldn't understand. Nigga, you like this chaos? You like this chaos? They love the entertainment value of stringing someone along and creating drama. And even if they say they hate drama, they're the ones that thrive off of it. You have two completely different goals. And when I realized that in my relationship, I started preparing my mind mentally, even though I didn't want to. It took me some years after that to get out of that. It says you have two completely different goals. You all have to be on the same page, right? I was in church one day and my pastor said something about unequally yoked. Unequally yoked, and sparks flew off in my head. Can't be with nobody and y'all unequally yoked and y'all on two different pages. It ain't gonna never work. You're just going around in a cycle, in a circle. It's never going to work. It is some good guys out here, but they definitely may not be 6 feet, 6-pack, or 6 figures, but eligible nonetheless. I like that. That's why I got to get my mind. See, listen, short dudes, I'm 5'9". When I put my heels on, I'm 6 feet at least. Short dudes always say stuff to me. Now, the problem I have is I want to look up to you, right? Also, I got to get that out of my head. I might have to get me a tape, right? But also, even though short dudes say they like tall women, they can climb the tree and all that goofy stuff, right? After a while, they become intimidated. Especially if you like me. Personality big. Everything I do is big. I don't fit into the background. They can't handle that. You tall and big, and you got a big mouth, and you're black. Can't handle that. It's too much. When one don't act like, get another. That's right. I've had some good ones, just not good enough. No children and never married. Yeah, I told you I had a friend, and I lived by that motto. For me, especially when I was younger, men was like a bus. There's another one coming. If that one don't work, get off that one and get on another one. Some people grew up in chaos and dysfunction. When you are peaceful, it feels well to them. Your souls have to meet at this point in life, not your goal. Ooh, can I use that? I ain't used the other one I said I was going to use. Your souls have to meet, not your goals. I got to write that down. Hold up. Your souls have to meet, not your goals. Wait, what did I say? What'd you say? Not your goals. I got to do that. I got to do it. So I'm doing that today as soon as I finish. That's going to be a short. When you, the right relationship, your souls will meet, not your goals. Got it. Some people grew up in chaos and dysfunction. Love the bus analogy. Yeah. I've been living by that. Somebody told me that when I was in my early 20s. This guy I was dating, kicking it with. He told me that in my early 20s. He said, "Women like a bus." Is another one coming. I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna keep talking to one of them like what I'm saying. And I've always lived by that. Like I don't understand why other dudes. I don't know why other dudes get insecure. Find you the woman that fits you. I don't understand why it's so hard. Give it out. That's right. Shout you out. I'm gonna shout you out. I'm about to do this right when I finish. This is a quote from She Said, He Said. Go check her out on her channel. But this is what she said. That's game. It is. That's a word, ain't it? Ain't it? You know, me and Tabitha, I love y'all. Let me say this one more time. I'm going to say it all the time because that's what I am. But I love y'all. Probably have a hard time or intimidated by your height, personality, but keep it on. Yeah. And I know that. Like I said, my sister told me that years ago. And she told me my daughter's father. And then this is somebody I grew up with. So I'm thinking he cool, right? But she told me that. And I didn't know, probably I was in my 30s, maybe 40s, where I realized that men were really intimidated by me. Not that I'm purposely doing something. I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? I am who I am. I'm aggressive. I'm assertive. I'm a go-getter. I'm loud. I'm big. And I'm black. Right? And then, a lot of times, people in general associate big and black with something horrible, right? They associate big and black with something horrible. So you can't be big, black, and beautiful. They know that twists them up. They don't understand that. And smart and all the shit. You all the shit. They don't understand that, all right? And I found that out in my 30s. I did find out in my 30s that people can't handle you big and black. Because, when I walk in a room, I didn't know it. I'm aware of it now. But when I walk in the room, my presence is with me, right? So here I am. I'm walking through. Here I am. Hey, I don't even have to say nothing, right? I started understanding this when I was in my 30s, right? So now I have control of it, and I can turn it on and off, right? But people are intimidated. I told you about the story about the white girl who said I didn't look at her funny, so I was a racist. I ain't no damn rapper. I wasn't even looking at you, child. I was in my head thinking like I always do. You be coming through on time with the shorts? Yeah, I'm trying. Let me tell y'all what I did today. Let me talk to y'all, family. Let me talk to y'all. So I don't like the way my last 10 shorts or 20 been looking, right? I didn't like it. And when I ask God, a lot of times it's right away. That's how I know I'm on the right path, right? Sometimes it takes longer, like my man. But 7 is the year completion. So I said, Jackie, what must you do to brighten that shit up? So when y'all see my shorts today, that's what it's gonna look like. I'm gonna have a background. Because I was doing it, but it would be fuzzy. I have perfected it. So I am the type of person that I'm gonna keep trying till I get it right. I'm gonna keep trying till I get it right, right? God damn it. That's who I am, right? So that I tell my daughter, man come a dime a dozen, you should always keep a pocket full of change. Ooh, I like that. Y'all preaching today. Y'all preaching. I'm telling you, I lived by that. Until I got with my exes, I said, okay, I'm in 40s. I'm ready to, settle down and be with one motherfucker, and then he the one, right? I kept 4, 5, one for this, one for that, one for the. It took all of them to make one, right? Now, you don't have sex with them all, but if you want to, it's your body. You do what you want to do. One thing you can't do is measure pussy. You can't measure that. Can't measure that. I'm 50. I'm 5'7", and my fiance is 5'10". He never dated, married a taller one before. Always short petite. He in love now, though. I know that's right. People can't handle your essence. Thank you. I've been told. Listen. I just realized that a couple years ago. One of my friends told me that, and I've been reading on it a lot. In the last few years since the pandemic, right? My friend said it's your light. I'm like, what damn light, right? Because all my life, I always have friends. Wherever I go, I'm gonna have me some friends. I'm gonna meet these people. They're gonna be my friends. Now they might not get along with them, and them might not get along with them, but y'all all my friends, right? I don't meet strangers. You know what I'm saying? And I like everybody, shit. And my friend told me that, and I started reading since I've been in Georgia. Start reading up on it that it's the light. Like people don't like your essence. Like my sister used to tell me that, but I didn't understand. I was too young to understand, right? But shit, I am who I am, right? I love people. I love people. And I told y'all one of my twin grandbabies is just like me. We love the people. Woo, people, yes. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to hurt no damn body. You can't hurt me, but I ain't trying to hurt nobody. I love the people, right? But when you are that personality, and I'm an empath, I just learned about all that in the pandemic. I always knew I felt other people's pain and all that shit, took it with me. But when you are jolly wally, you jolly all the time, you love everybody, people will take advantage of you. They will take advantage of that. Or they'll hate you for it. What does that mean? They can't handle my essence, my aura, my me. The me. You're an empath? Yeah. That's why we get along. Yeah, I can feel you. Because it's I didn't know what that was. I know my aunt used to say I wore my feelings on my sleeve. But I know that I would see certain things. This is why I'm not watching the rest of Wendy. I can't watch that. Essence is their very being, that totally individual to them. Come on now. Speak it, sis. Speak it. Oh, I love y'all. Let me tell y'all something. Over the weekend when I can't go live, I really, really miss y'all. I know I said it before, but I'm going to say it again because that's just who I am. I be really, really missing y'all because all this positivity, all this, I love all of this, right? Now, remember, y'all, share me because we're going to get that 8,000 by tomorrow. By the time I go live at 8 o'clock tomorrow for my birthday celebration, we celebrating that 8,000. I don't give a damn if I had to get butt naked on YouTube. We're going to get that 8,000. Miss you as well. Thanks you, Neek. Yeah, we're going to get that 8,000. Now, this is what I need y'all to do today. Right now, matter of fact. Who can buy me a birthday lunch? Because I'm getting ready to. So let me tell y'all what I'm about to do now. I'm kind of nervous. See, I'm a procrastinator, but I'm going to handle the business today. I'm getting ready to set up my account with KDP Publishing, right? That's what I'm getting ready to do. And then I'm going to contact my person with Fiverr to, I don't know if I pay for it today or not, my book cover. I'm really excited about that. You can't measure that, crack me up. You can't measure it. You can't measure that, nephew. That's one thing you cannot measure. You can measure water. You can measure rice. You can't measure pussy. It's forever, right? You can't measure that. I almost said something, but I ain't going to say it right now. But, you can't measure that. You listen, as a young woman, it's your integrity. You don't be sleeping around with people and all that. Now it's diseases and all that shit, right? But I'm just saying, as a young woman, you don't want to be perceived as that. But this is your body. You can do with it what you want, right? Do with it what you want, right? Do with it what you want. You know what I'm saying? I think, again, because we were raised like this, don't have sex. And for me, it made me, I don't know if I'm going to use the word right. It made me not uninhibited, but inhibited, right? And even as big as I am and all that, sex is a gray area for me, and I didn't learn how to speak about it until I got single this time. Now I talk about it all the time. A lot of niggas think I'm about to give them some pussy. No, I'm not. I'm just talking about it because we grown and let's talk about it, right? Because I was closed into that. I was closed into that because that's how you were raised. You keep your skirt down. You don't have sex till you're married. All that stupid shit, right? So parts of my raising that stuck in me was that. You know what I'm saying? Not the don't steal, because I was stealing. We did. Yeah, we did. Hey, Marita. I'll be back at 8 and I'll be back tomorrow at noon. You're never too late. Never too late. Never too late. Thank you. Yeah, you're never too late. You're never too late. This is the Jack Squad, baby. We family over here, okay? You ain't never late. You ain't never late. But, yeah, I'm getting ready to go. I'm getting ready to make me something to eat. I got some salmon. I just don't feel like preparing. I don't feel like all that preparation and shit, right? I don't feel like all that shit. You got to prepare. You got to have your seasons. Got to have your lemons and do all. I don't feel like doing all that. That's why I'm asking y'all one more time. Somebody send me some money so I can give me something to eat. I don't feel like doing all that shit. I don't. I'm going to have to, but I don't feel like it. I really don't. I don't feel like that shit. I want to eat and just take a lunch break because I've been up all morning doing my YouTube stuff. Take a lunch break and then get busy on my computer with my publishing stuff. That's what I want to do. Yeah. Happy birthday, Eve. Girl, child, listen, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. I'm happy, right? Because I know folks ain't here. I had some close friends when I grew up. They ain't here. They been gone, right? I know a whole bunch of folks been gone, right? I will be. I don't even know if I want to tell y'all. I ain't gonna tell y'all how old I am. Y'all know. Cause I don't want the world to know. I ain't ready for the world to know. But tomorrow's my birthday. I'm glad to be here, y'all. I'm glad to be in relatively good health. My eyes and shit working. They ain't working all the way. We want to know? I may tell it tomorrow my birthday. I don't know if I want the world to know. Because I don't want... people know how old you is and they might look at you differently, right? They might look at you differently. You know what I'm saying? And I want to be looked at that way, right? So, anyway... I will see you guys at 8 o'clock. Tonight is reality night. We got to talk about some things. Right? We got to talk about some things. So I'm going to eat and fix me something to eat. And I don't want to. And we'll see y'all tonight. But right Eastern Standard Time, 8 o'clock tonight. Wendy Williams. We going to talk about it. We've been talking about it. We're going to keep talking about it. We just talked about it, right? Watch the replay and comment for me, Marita. Okay? So anyway, y'all, I'm going to see y'all later on. Bye-bye. You look 35 and holding. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, 35 and holding. Hey, I like that. I like that. See y'all. 35 and holding. I like that one. Now, see my thing gonna act.